day. Today is a perfect day. I give thanks for this day. Today is a day of completion. Miracles will never cease. Look with wonder at that which is before you this day. Cast your burdens upon the power within and go free. Desire that which the universe desires for you. Love, health, wealth, and the perfect self-expression is the divine design of life. Love draws to itself its own. You cannot receive that which you have never given. Now, here, in this beautiful moment, open your heart. Allow divine love to flood your consciousness with balance, harmony, and rhythm. Allow it to dissolve and dissipate every wrong condition in your mind, body, and affairs. Seeing through the eyes of spirit, you see clearly the perfect plan. There are no obstacles on your path. You see clearly the perfect plan. You are divinely sensitive to your intuitive leads and give obedience to thy will. Use the law of forgiveness to neutralize your mistakes. Be glad to be yourself. Only use words to heal, bless, and to prosper. All power is given to you to bring your heaven upon your earth. Your word is your wand, filled with magic and power. Use them wisely. That's why I say, man, this is the chessboard right here. This is where you learn how to be.
It's so amazing that, like, I'm looking at, I feel like where I'm at now, it's like I don't know, that 40 make things like 4K. It's starting to get 4K now. Like, I'm seeing things, I'm like, man, life is really all about your experiences. Somebody could be trying to teach you something, but they ain't experienced it. They really can't teach you because they ain't experienced it.
That's false knowledge, man. Don't get caught up in it's not yours. Mm-hmm. The only knowledge you really have is your experience, man. Now sometimes other people's experiences can point you in a direction, and give you a little bit of insight, but it's not yours. And then if you spitting it like it's yours somewhere, and now it's time to prove something, you can't.
Right. You trying to tell somebody how to fight.
And you can't fight. but you can talk all the Wing Chun.
Yeah.
All the Muay Thai. That's like Howard Cosell, man. He never played it down. Mm-hmm. But he knew everything about football until it was time for him to get hit.
Oh, yeah.
He knew everything, but he could tell you all about football, but he never played it down. That's
your experiences. That's where your wisdom is at. Your wisdom is in your experiences.
That's the only way you're going to get it. You got to go through it, man.
And it's not a rewind. It ain't no rewind.
I don't even believe in looking back, for real.
Forward.
Progress. Yeah. And not even too far forward. Because, future is fear because it's the unknown. I'm going to just try my best to just enjoy this right here, this moment, right here. I'm really enjoying this podcast. Yeah. I'm really interested in what's next. I'm practicing that. This is a practice.
One of my homies told me a while ago, and it stuck in my head. I was cutting hair. He was cutting next to me, and he was telling somebody in a chair. He was like, "Yeah, man." He said, "I don't even know why you tripping over that. Life is lived in moments." And he said that, and it stuck in my head. This was like about 8 years ago.
Yeah,
Always in there, and every time I'm just living, and I'm like, it's crazy because life is lived in moments. The same, you came in the world in a moment, you will leave in a moment. Everything will be in that moment.
that's right. And it just takes some deconditioning to really understand what that means. You know, we can say it, but you got to practice it consciously
Yeah,
to know it for real. You know, but I mean, it sounds good, but it takes
it
some
take a
simple,
lot
yeah, simpler. Get simple. Get
because
simple.
it's like you can get an autopilot and just get accustomed to the day going, the days going, the days going, and not realizing you just letting the days go and not paying attention to every second, every minute, every hour of that day and living every piece of it to your
You
fullest.
got to be aware.
Be aware. Yeah.
You got to be aware at every moment. You got to be aware. And man, once again, you hear me keep saying conditioning because we have a society that's been built to keep you external, outside of yourself. It you it's so gangsta out here, man, till you almost gotta be aware of what's out here so much,
Yeah.
you know. But you make your life walking meditation, man. Just train yourself,
Make your life
you
a
know,
meditation.
and be aware of what's going on outside of you, but from inside. You aware of how you feel on the inside until you're aware of what's happening out here. You're so aware of yourself. And it's an inner power in you that'll raise up, man. When you train, it'll raise up, you know, and it'll raise up and defend. And in the West, people going a lot of people are finding it hard to believe it. I'm not even gonna go into it. You'll find out for yourself. But
He said
you
in the
got
West, though. Hold up now. Hold up now. He said in the West. You mean in the West as far as where in the West? He talking about of the country or of the world?
the world.
Okay.
People in the East, they know what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's a power inside of you. And I didn't say everybody in the West because some of them know. But then in the West, everything is really, if somebody learns something, they be like, shoot, I'm a sell it, you know. And then that starts to just take some of the authenticity away from it. That takes some of the spiritual flow from it, you know, because and then they're gonna hold back and not really tell you. They're gonna try to sell you bits and pieces to make money off of it or whatever. When over here, man, it's a whole different kind of party. You learn things. And even though they're being watered down too to
And
do
where
the
you
same
at?
thing.
Where you at again?
I'm in Thailand right now,
Thailand.
but Indonesia is where I really started learning about the inner power, you know, and yeah, just saying, man, it's something inside of you that'll raise up and defend.
Mhm.
It's something, and when you train it, it's just automatic. You know what I mean? It's always, even when you're asleep, it's watching. That's something. It's watching. So once again, you weigh more than you know. And if you don't want to know, you won't know. If you don't make effort to find out,
Mhm.
you always, it's always something you have to do.
I remember you said what you say. All we know is I am and you are. Speak on
That's
that
it.
I am. What is
We
that?
don't even, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Is that I am. You know, when you connect to it, that I am is
The
that
God.
super conscious, that super consciousness again. but you ain't, it's connected to you, but you're not connected to it. It's always there, but you're not always there with it. Most of the time you're denying it, not
Your
listening to it.
conscious, you and your conscious.
Yeah, ignoring it, you know. And it ain't a bad thing. It's just because we be ignorant. And then ignorance sounds like a bad word or a dirty word, but it's not. It just means you don't know. That's all it means. You don't know. And once you can be okay, accept your ignorance, that's when you start moving toward real knowledge. It's okay. It's okay. Shit. Man, I was ignorant of that. Now you're not into that false knowledge thing that's going to become a booby trap. You're going in and you're finding out for yourself. And you just stay connected. My mantra is I am God. I mean, you know, if they say, wait a minute now, they say affirmations and mantras are really powerful. And then you got one culture who's saying, well, we got perfect language. You got to say it like that. So I started studying Sanskrit. You know,
Studying what?
Sanskrit language, Sanskrit language, in the old Indian language of the Vedas, you know, the old Indian language. And it's about phonetics. It's more about sound. And they say it's the perfect language. But I say, I'm God, man. I can put my attention and my vibration behind whatever language I'm using. Make it vibrate. Make it do what it do. You know, and that's where it's at. In the beginning was the word. Once again, the word was with God. God was the word. God is the word. Your word is powerful. Your spoken word is amazing when you know how to do it. Most of the time, we just recklessly speaking.
Right.
When you bring balance, harmony, and rhythm into your speaking, and balance, harmony, and rhythm is nothing but healing. When your body is in balance, harmony, and rhythm, it's in a healing state. You can bring your voice into it when you learn to really speak from your root chakra. Your root chakra, man, is what they call transcendental speech. You don't even hear. It's just a vibe. Then you go to your navel chakra. It's illumined. That's more in your astral body speaking, your pranic speaking, and your audible speaking. And now it comes out. Most of us are just speaking from here. Just talking, just speaking from here. The vibration, the energy is coming from here. But when you learn how to, this is grown folk show, right?
Yeah. This grown.
When you learn how to speak from your genitals, down in that area where all your energy, your power, your power really is, and bring it up through and let it come out. Then people are not just hearing what you say, they're really feeling it. And you feel what you say too. You're working with phonetics.
It makes sense because that's where creation comes from.
Exactly. It's said that this and the genital, and they'll always say it about a woman, but you know, I love them and all that, but I just ain't into them having all the power. You know, we don't have none. Anyway, anyway, they saying the sex organs of a woman And the throat was once one.
What?
They say it was once so connected, it was like one. The same. The yoni
Yeah.
and yeah, and the thyroid, the thalamus, or whatever, these organs. So I believe it to be true because I have seen the throat chakra and the upper area do the same thing that the yoni does. Secrete amrita.
That's deep.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go any more into that because people will find that hard to believe. But I done seen it several times.
So
I teach it.
that's just basically saying, like you said, that they got they got the power.
Yeah, they got the power, but you got the power too. But we're being so downplayed, it looks like to me, and it's beautiful that we're uplifting the female, but don't push the male down because we need to stay up to balance her as she rises. But they'll make it look like, oh, this yoni this yoni that. That yoni is powerful and it's beautiful. But without that phallus, something's missing. There's no real balance. So, even through the whole spiritual movement about that right now, it's still being contaminated. Because what it's being used for now is to really split the genders. You are the power that you seek. That will be done this day. Today is a perfect day. I give thanks for this day. Today is a day of completion. Miracles will never cease. Look with wonder at that which is before you this day. Cast your burdens upon the power within and go free. Desire that which the universe desires for you. Love, health, wealth, and the perfect self-expression is the divine design of life. Love draws to itself its own. You cannot receive that which you have never given. Now, here, in this beautiful moment, open your heart. Allow divine love to flood your consciousness with balance, harmony, and rhythm. Allow it to dissolve and dissipate every wrong condition in your mind, body, and affairs. Seeing through the eyes of spirit, you see clearly the perfect plan. There are no obstacles on your path. You see clearly the perfect plan. You are divinely sensitive to your intuitive leads and give obedience to thy will. Use the law of forgiveness to neutralize your mistakes. Be glad to be yourself. Only use words to heal, bless, and to prosper. All power is given to you to bring your heaven upon your earth. Your word is your wand, filled with magic and power. Use them wisely.